This is Chicharito, Mexico's all-time top goal scorer. He played for the likes of Manchester United, Bayern Leverkusen, and even Real Madrid. But does that make him the greatest Mexican player of all time? So today, I'll be replaying his entire career to finally make him the best of all time by winning a Ballon d'Or. And here is Chicharito back at Chivas, back at 19 years old, but he is terrible. Out of 57 overall, it's the rating he had in FIFA 2008. However, the problems continue as he is the worst striker in the team. And he is also the worst player here in Guadalajara, which means he won't get any game time and will never grow his overall and never become the world's greatest Mexican. However, don't you worry, the wheel will be helping Chicharito become the world's best Mexican. Alright, wheel, give us something good here. Chicharito needs something good here, and it is 199 stat. Choose any stat to boost to 99. We're taking that. But before we give him a stat boost, just take a look at his horrendous stats. How is he gonna score goals with 56 shooting? And boys, we had to do it. We have given him 99 finishing, and his shooting is now out of 76. And that also gave him a +9 now out of 66 overall. And now that he's at 66 overall, he can now be playing in the starting 11. However, he will have competition from the likes of Pulido, Wilke, and of course, El Hormiga Gonzalez. But for this first season, I'm giving Chicharito the poacher development plan. Even though he is incredibly slow, I still want to focus on his shooting as well as his weak foot. And it's a brilliant first season for Chicharito. 21 goals, 2 assists, now out of 72 overall. I know in 1 or 2 seasons time, he'll be playing for the best clubs in the world. However, in the Apertura, Chivas did finish in 7th place, which is not the best. And they did not win the whole tournament as Tigres beat America, as Chivas got knocked out to Toluca in the quarters. And in the Clausura, it was even worse. Chivas finished in 9th place. However, they are in the final versus Santos as the first leg was 0-0. So the question is, can Chicharito win his first trophy here for Chivas? And it's a 3-0 victory. Chicharito gets a go and wins the first trophy of his career. But Chivas also won the Copa MX. Chicharito has 2 trophies. And now in season 2, Chicharito is technically the best striker of the club alongside Hormiga Gonzalez. But let's see what the wheel is going to give us this season. Please give us something good once again. It's perfect preseason. 3-time stat boost. +10. So that means now I can give Chicharito a +10 in 3 different attributes. I wonder what I should go for. And the stats I have chosen is his sprint speed, acceleration, and his shot power. As that has increased him a +2 to a 74 overall. Chicharito is cooking. And I think this might be his last season here at Chivas. So let's see what we could give him for development plan. I'm gonna go for the advanced forward roll to increase his sprint speed as well as his skill moves. And it's Chicharito's best ever season. 46 goals, 8 assists, now out of 79 overall. I just know next season he's playing for a huge club in Europe. And Chivas finished first place in the Apertura this time around, and in the final they won it all. That's his 3rd trophy. And the Clausura is the exact same 2 trophies for Chicharo this season. But in the League Cup, sadly America won that one as Chivas got knocked out by their rivals. But this time Chivas did not win the Copa MX as they went ahead and got knocked out by Cancun FC in the quarters. And now in season number 3, Chicharito has gone up a +1 now at an 80 overall. But it's time to move on. Let's transfer list him and listen to some offers. It's the only way Chicharito's gonna start winning more trophies and eventually the Ballon d'Or. And as we're waiting for offers for Chicharito, it's time to set some other goals for him. Of course, one of the goals is already to win the Ballon d'Or, but I also want to get him to a 99 overall, as well as win a total of 20 trophies and score 300 goals. And the first offer we received is a good one. It is Atletico de Madrid. I might accept this, but I'm gonna wait just a little bit to see what other teams come in. And it turns out Atletico was the only offer that came in for Chicharito. As he is joining La Liga, I hope he can shine here. And now that Chicharito is an Atletico player, he is the best striker in the side. And that means he'll be starting week in and week out in La Liga to continue to grow his overall. Of course, unless the wheel decides to take him away by injuring him or something else, and it's going to be +1 overall for every 10 goals scored. You know what? We will take that. And in terms of what stats to improve this season, I want to give him target forward because we need his strength to be up if he wants to muscle up defenders. And it's a brilliant first season for Chicharito. 23 goals and 49 appearances, now at an 83 overall. He is slowly becoming one of the best strikers in the world. But of course, winning La Liga isn't gonna be easy as Atletico finish in 3rd. However, Chicharito won the Supercopa de España. That's his 5th trophy of his career. But in the Copa del Rey, Real Madrid ended up winning it as they got knocked out. Man, where did they get knocked out? They got knocked out to Barcelona in the round of 32. And in the Champions League, sadly, they lost to PSG as Arsenal or City are gonna end up winning it. Now season number 4 begins. Let's find find out what the wheel is going to give us. Nothing bad has happened just yet. Please don't tell me I jinx it. Join a trophyless club. Move to a team that hasn't won a trophy in the last 5 years. So because Chicharito just won a trophy with Atletico, which means he cannot stay here. But the good thing is, I get to choose what team. And the club Chicharito is joining is Aston Villa, as the last time they won a trophy was in 1996. I think this is the best move we could have gotten. However, I'm not sure how many trophies we can win here at Aston Villa. So we might leave after 1 season or 2. And as Chicharito joins Aston Villa, he's gonna have to compete with Endrick. This is not good. You know what? I might be wrong. We could win a trophy or 2 here at Villa. And in terms of development plans this season, I think we're gonna go back to the advanced forward role because we need stamina so he doesn't get tired and Endrick subs in for him. And what a first season in the Premier League. 38 goals, now at an 87 overall. He is already one of the best strikers in the world. And wow, Aston Villa finished in 2nd place. That's an incredible achievement. But Aston Villa won the FA Cup. Chicharito has won a trophy with Villa. And they just missed out on the Carabao Cup, losing to United in the final. But they've also won the Europa League, beating Chelsea. Chicharito now has 7 trophies in his career. And if you have enjoyed this video so far, make sure to subscribe. Thank you. And now that Chicharito is the best player on his team, I actually want to stay here at least 1 more season because they might upset and win the Champions League. But that isn't up to me. It's up to the wheel for to decide. Please give us something good. And it's Transfer Saga. Must reject 3 offers before accepting a transfer. That means we have to leave Aston Villa. And boys, it's a sad day. I really wanted to stay here. He's been cooking in the Prem as he is transfer listed. That means that the first 3 offers are rejected. That means the 4th one we have to take. And the first offer that's come in is for Arsenal. That is a great offer, but we must reject it. And we received the last 2 offers we need to reject, and one of them is from City and the other to Liverpool. We could have been Premier League winners next season. And the offer we must take is Tottenham Hotspur. We're going to the bottle jobs. So here we go. Chicharito is joining Tottenham Hotspur. I would have rather stayed at Villa, but you know what? Giovanni Dos Santos used to play here, and I hope I could be way more successful than him here. If not, we'll just leave next season. And Chicharito is now a Tottenham player, and he is easily the best striker in the side. And you know what? The squad isn't looking too bad, just like Aston Villa. I wouldn't be surprised if we win trophies. However, if we do not win a trophy next season, I'm moving. Once again, if the wheel allows us, of course. And if you take a look at Chicharito's stats, there's a huge weak link, and that is his passing and his dribbling. So, of course, this season, naturally, we're going for the false 9. And you know what? Chicharito had a decent season, 32 goals and 1 assist, now at an 89 overall. I think he might be too good for Tottenham. But surprisingly, it was a 3rd place finish for Tottenham. However, if we stayed at Villa, we could have won the Premier League. And the FA Cup, we lost to United again. Why do we keep losing to them? And the Carabao Cup was won by Arsenal. And in terms of European football, Tottenham did not have any. That's kind of embarrassing. But for the first time in his career, Chicharito wins a Golden Boot in the European League. And kicking off season number 6, let's see what the wheel gives us. I hope it allows us to transfer. And if there's gonna be every trophy lost equals a -1 overall. So whatever team we end up going to, if we don't win the trophy, it counts as a loss. And as Chicharito's about to hit a 90 overall, I am definitely leaving Tottenham. We need to start winning trophies. And the first offer that's come in is Real Madrid, a team Chicharito used to play for. We're definitely accepting this. And here we go. Chicharito is joining the greatest team of all time. And I hope he can have a way better spell than he had the first time where he was just a bench player. But he is now a Galactico. And as Chicharito joins Real Madrid, he is the highest rated striker. And he'll be playing alongside the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Jude Bellingham. And this season, I'll be giving Chicharito the false 9 once again. Let's see if he can win his first Champions League as well. And it's a brilliant debut day season again. 47 goals, 1 assist, now at a 92 overall. He is actually getting so close to the 99 already. And Chicharito has won the La Liga title, making it 8 trophies. The Super Copa de España fails to make it 9 though. But he does make it 9 with a Copa del Rey win against Bilbao. But sadly in the Champions League, Tottenham are facing City. Man, we should have stayed at Tottenham, as Madrid got eliminated to Strasbourg in the playoffs. And now in the new season, Chicharito has gone down a -2 because remember, we failed to win the Champions League and the Super Copa de España. But anyways, I would like to stay here at Real Madrid. However, it's not up to me. It's up to the wheel for them to decide. Please help us stay here at Madrid. Sign in next teammate for Chicharito. That means we could stay. And the player I'm bringing in is Destiny Udogie, who played with him at Tottenham. At an 89 overall, he will be playing on that right mid position because it's literally our only weak spot. And now as Udogie has joined the side, I'm sure we can finally win the UCL. And this season, we're just going to go ahead and give Chicharito Poacher as it's the quickest way to get to the next overall. Another season at Madrid, it's another 37 goals and 1 assist now at a 93 overall for Chicharito. And it's another La Liga title for Chicharito as that is his 10th trophy. And the Copa España makes it the 11th, and he also won the Copa del Rey, 12 trophies for Chicharito so far. And he is in the Champions League final, but it's against his old teammates. And for the first time in his career, he's in a UCL final. Can he win it? And no, it's a 3-2 loss. Chicharito did pick up a goal, but it just wasn't enough. And now in season number 8, the wheel is being spun. I would like to stay here at Real Madrid, and it's join rivals. That means I have to join Barcelona immediately. Oh, I feel like a traitor. And Chicharito has pulled a Luis Figo, going from Real Madrid to Barcelona. He's gonna be the most hated man in Spain, but you know what? I'm happy it isn't a huge downgrade. And Chicharito is now a Barcelona player as the best striker in the team. And of course, he is now playing for one of the best clubs in the world. He should be winning his first UCL here. And it's a brilliant debut day season here. 33 goals, 2 assists, now at a 96 overall. He might hit it next year. And Chicharito wins the league title with Barcelona, 13 trophies. And it could have been 14, but he lost to his former club in the Copa de España. And he also misses out on the Copa del Rey, man. Come on. And in the UCL final, he will be facing Real Madrid. He needs to win this trophy. But it's time for the UCL final. Can Chicharito finally win his first Champions League? And yes, 3-2. He gets his 14th trophy as he scored a goal in the final. And now in season number 9, let's see what the wheel gives us for this season. And it's going to be every trophy win equals a +1 overall. We will take that. But you know what? It might be useless as Chicharito's at 96 and could probably hit it before any of the finals. And it's the best season of his career. 57 goals, 22 assists, now at a 99 overall. He's completed his overall goal as well as his goals, as he now has 337. But they have won La Liga title. That is his 15th trophy. And he also wins the Super Copa de España, which means he now has 16. And the Copa del Rey as well. He has 17 trophies. And he wins the International Cup. That's 18 to his name. And he has won the UEFA Super Cup, which means if he wins the Champions League, he will have reached his 20 trophies. And thankfully, he's in the UCL final where they'll be facing RB Leipzig. All he needs to do is win this game, and he'll probably win the Ballon d'Or and become the greatest Mexican of all time. And it's a 5-0 victory. He has done it, 20 trophies. I just got a hat trick in the UCL final. Yeah, that Ballon d'Or is definitely his. And Chicharito has done it. He has won the Ballon d'Or, becoming the greatest Mexican of all time. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe.